It's coffee time! Do you notice anything different about this mug in comparison to other mugs that I've been using? I'm so jazzed. Finally got some of my mugs in here, and it was amazing to like put them all in the dishwasher too. I was like, you're all going in the dishwasher. I've hand washed you a million times, but you're all going in the dishwasher, and they came out looking so sparkly and beautiful. I was so happy. It's also been a while. I was realizing we did like Comic-Con vlogs and then the zombie makeup thing yesterday with no coffee time. So it's been like a week. It's been something like that since the last time we did a coffee time. So I'm delighted. I'm delighted for us to be back doing this, having fun, etc. And I get to take this camera with me when I go to Oregon because this weekend is my family reunion. So I'm going to Oregon for that, I know. Weekend after weekend after weekend, but it's gonna be so exciting to see the family because it's been forever. And in the meantime, I'm working on Swords and Stitches, which we did the first episode of this next like kind of short series today, and that's awesome. And we're gonna do the second one tomorrow. So full plates all around, but I'm also taking Watson to the vet tomorrow because she peed on something and she's never done that before and she's been meowing a lot and I'm worried that she has a UTI. Sam's like, she doesn't have a UTI, she's probably fine. It's probably like a hormonal thing. And I was like, yeah, but she's fixed. Like, this shouldn't be happening. I don't understand. So I'm gonna bring her in and make sure that she's okay, because just the meowing alone was kind of weird. I was like, man, you are meowing a lot. You already meow a lot and you're meowing a lot. And then she peed on the futon and I was like, you have literally never peed on something that wasn't the litter box since I've gotten you. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So we'll see. Take her in tomorrow after I do a live stream and see how that goes. So wish us luck. Hopefully she's fine. But I'm jazzed because Sam is watching Orange is the New Black. He originally watched the first episode of it and was like, this show is real dumb, and stopped. And I started watching it like 2 days ago was the first time I watched it. And I was like, oh, this show is actually pretty funny. Like, I'm enjoying this show a lot. It's interesting and funny. And Sam was like, I don't understand why you like that show, but he decided to give it another shot, and so now he's like watching it and trying to catch up with me. So I can't watch it until he catches up because he got very upset with me when he realized that I was watching an episode at the same time he was watching an episode, and he was like, I'm trying to catch up with you, why are you doing this? And I was like, it's fine, I'll stop watching it for you so that we can continue together. So I'm on like episode 7 and I think he's on episode 3. But that's okay, because I have lots of anime to catch up on. I was thinking about it and I was like, man, there's got to be at least 1 extra episode of everything that I watch. Probably 2 of some of them. So I need to go in there, check out all my stuff, figure all that out. Let's see. What's been going on since I got back from Comic-Con? Comic-Con was fun. It was, you know, overwhelming, the same way that Comic-Con is always overwhelming. There are just so many people there. You know, it's just a lot. It's a lot of people happening, and I got to do really fun things. Like the Greg Nicotero thing was A+, like, highlight of the whole thing. The Ninja Sex Party concert was incredible. Mostly because, like, obviously they're great, and the music was fantastic, but Danny was so... he was like psyching himself down almost, like there's a possibility no one will come to this concert and that's fine, and for the people who do come, we're gonna throw them like an amazing show and I hope that they enjoy it, you know? And then so many people showed up that he was genuinely like overwhelmed with how happy and excited he was that so many people came out to see their show, and like that energy maintained through the entire thing. It was so awesome. So many people came. And I was jazzed that I got to be in kind of this little area. We like sectioned off an area for Polaris people. And we got to see it really well, which was nice because I'm small. At first I was sitting on the ground because there were no chairs left. So I was like, oh, I'll just sit on the ground in like this VIP area and watch the show. but I'm an idiot because I didn't think about the fact that everybody who is out in the crowd would stand up the second that the show started. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. So I stood up and just kind of like chilled out next to Barry, watched the show. It was super cool. So fun. And yeah, I took the train there and back. I love the train. A lot of you guys were like, isn't the train expensive? It's honestly not when you compare it to gas plus the headache of trying to drive and park and figure all of that out. Or taking a plane is way more expensive. Like the train ride was 40 bucks. So it was 40 bucks there and 40 bucks back. So altogether it was 80 bucks to travel there and back. But you don't get stuck in traffic. You don't have to drive yourself. You don't have to figure out parking. Like all of it is sorted, you know, which is really nice. And trains don't get used enough. We don't use trains very much here. And that bums me out so bad because I love trains. I am so relaxed when I'm on a train. The second I was on that train, like, I don't know if you could tell in my vlog, but I was ready to fall asleep the second I was on that train. I was so relaxed, just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna sleep for this entire train ride. And I did. I did that there and I did it back. Like both times the second we were moving, I was like, all right, like out, just completely out. Also, by the way, the train ride back, it turns out that I was with Philip DeFranco's crew. I was like sitting right next to them because he was 2 rows ahead of me and he got up and asked like where the food cart was and I was like, oh, I know who that guy is. And then like once we were all getting up to get off of the train, I realized that the girl who was next to me worked for him somehow. The 2 guys that were in front of me I think were like crew for him, and then he was like ahead of them and I was like, what is happening? How did I not realize that I was with like Philly D's crew, that I was just somehow sitting next to them? And everybody that I told that to was like, well, did you say hi? Like, no, I have no interest. Like, I'm sure that he's like a super cool guy, but I'm not like a fan of Philip DeFranco. Like I don't watch him, you know? So for me, it wasn't a situation where I felt the urge to like interact with him, you know? But one girl, oh man, in the middle of the train ride, one girl came up to him like kind of crying and was like, will you please sign this? I'm so happy to meet you. And he was like, oh yeah, of course, like signing the thing. And I was like, whoa, this is intense. This is intense for like a silent train ride where nobody's doing anything. And then this girl's just like, will you sign a thing? I was like, oh my goodness. There's so many emotions on this train right now. It's crazy. But home, and that's wonderful. Sam has started his job, so he's trying to figure out how to kind of juggle his 4 days a week full-time job and doing YouTube and doing streaming and like all of his stuff. And we're kind of trying to figure out a schedule that way where he doesn't, because like there have been 2 nights in a row now where he's been at work all day and then stayed up like until 3 or 4 in the morning editing, and then has to get up the next morning again and go to work, right? Which doesn't work. It's not the way to do it that's healthy. So I'm trying to figure out how he can have a more normal schedule, I guess. That's the current struggle. Oh my. Oh, so many trucks and motorcycles and stuff. My camera keeps making like, it's like rotating between 2 little icons. They keep going all over the place and I'm really worried because I've never seen this before. So I'm really worried that I'm gonna put this into the computer and the computer's gonna be like, I don't know what this is or what's happening. I'll be like, no, no. Hopefully that doesn't happen though. Also, I'm kind of jazzed because we worked on Swords and Stitches last night, and we worked on Swords and Stitches today from like 4 o'clock on, and tomorrow we're working on Swords and Stitches again. We're kind of like, not reformatting it, we're not like super changing it, but we're trying to figure out how to kind of suit the needs of most of the complaints that we've gotten, because a lot of people for the most part really enjoy the show, which is great. So we're trying to kind of just tweak it in little ways so that it's more accessible, I guess. Because we're really enjoying doing the show. And like today I wasn't able to get a Welcome to the Fandom up this week because we had Comic-Con and it literally just like was gone. I wasn't even thinking about it, wasn't on my radar. And then last night I realized, oh my God, I haven't done anything on that Welcome to the Fandom. I haven't edited it, I haven't done anything. So I decided, okay, well, I'll just, you know, be straight up and say it's not coming out and, you know, do a straw poll to ask what video I can do to supplement, right? Like as penance. So the one that was chosen was me dancing with my cats. And I made a video where I dressed in Sam's clothes and danced to a song that was called, oh, what was it called? It was a gangsta song. I typed in the word thug on Audio Micro and got this song. Anyway, so it was me like trying to thug dance with my cats in the bathroom. It was the most ridiculous video, but it already has so many views. And I mentioned that on Twitter and somebody was like, well, if you really love what you do, views shouldn't matter. And I think that there's like, you don't understand how it's, obviously I had a lot of fun making that video, but at the same time I'm like, I can guarantee that that video is going to get way more views than probably my next Welcome to the Fandom video, than probably my next Swords and Stitches video. Like the videos that I put a lot of effort into don't get nearly as many views as like the dumb videos that I do. And I'm like, man, I don't know how to balance that out. I have no idea. I have so much fun making the really stupid videos, even though, you know, I wind up inevitably with comments being like, what did I just watch? What is this? But I would love to find the right audience for the stuff that I work really hard on too, you know, and try to reach those people and find those people so that they are also watching me, you know, so that, like having people like you guys that appreciate the really stupid stuff and the stuff that I work hard on. But right now I feel like I have kind of like a split audience on Press Heart, where some people really love the stupid stuff and some people really love the more intellectual stuff, and they don't necessarily cross over, you know? So, I don't know, guys. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out one day. But overall, I'm happy. I'm doing good. I've had a good couple of days, and I am going to go and edit a little bit and hang out with Sam and then sleep. But I hope you guys have had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.